The funniest part about this is, if you told me, if you took the nameplates away, I would have thought that that Gen.G draft was a T1 draft. And this is something that, as we, I think, play more and more Fearless, we're going to see more and more of.
Carrier turns back, but it is going to be the Deadly Flourish avoided. And Gumayusi Carrier going to look for a little bit of a back angle.
That would have been big if that hits.
Ooh, never mind.
The pre-6 dive?
Yep, holding onto it here as Gumayusi. Nimbus Strike going to come on through, and it's actually Duro that takes the kill. And the teleport is going to be in a little bit late here by Doran. Does have the equalizer available though, but they just take a magical journey to safety as Tibbers gets a little bit angry, but so does the orb. And now Chovy's looking to chase down the flash forward. And there is the flash in to follow. Ona locks down the kill onto Chovy. And it may have just all been a bait.
Beautiful bait there. Oh, Kenyon!
Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. It's going to be answered, and Faker did indeed go down. I thought that actually Faker had made it out, but he was off screen, and I just saw the fact that Ona came in for the kill. So, actually going to be a big old trade-up here for Gen.G. Yeah, we're going to check it out one more time. Yes, and indeed, Carrier is here to make his way over. There's also an equalizer. So it's Doran. That's who the other person was.
Oh, it's Doran. There you go. But nicely done by Carrier. Really good punish.
Tibbers is going to come on over and stand sentry, as T1 will be able to take down these grubs. And they've taken the first dragon as well, so this will be the second objective that they're able to lock down, if they can indeed do so. Ona making his way out, and that will be 2 grubs going over to T1, and another objective secured for them as far as feats of strength are concerned. One more kill, one more objective, and they will be able to upgrade some shoes. The equalizer goes down, but the exhaust is there from Keen, who's snipping around the rift. Does have his needles out as well, but Faker's making his way down, and Keen has now just realized that he's likely dead. Wants to be able to trade this one for the kill against Doran. Let's see whether he can actually get there, as never mind. Faker just comes on over, stuns him up, and Keen will just walk underneath the turret, hoping to deny an assist to Doran or something like that, in case, you know, damage came in a little late. But
the more tanky build, which
yeah,
makes sense given the comp. Might still be dead though.
He is, his flash isn't up, as Tempered Fate is going to buy him a little bit of time. But otherwise not too much. It does take him a little while longer. Pop Blossom is going to be invested. Ruler comes on down though, and Tibbers is angry, but it's still going to be T1 that are running away from the bottom lane of Gen.G. Yeah, Pop Blossom I guess as well, but Shockwave's going to come down towards his bottom side as Chovy I think is a little angry. They get the Cyclone as well. That is going to guarantee that the Annie goes down. As Duro, you got to stop this, man. He is just meep slapping everyone to death, and I think some of the kills would be better on a Wukong or an Orianna.
He's also going to be just very far behind in this game. I say that, it's 130 gold. Which, he has been farming up a Storm, as often is the case. That owner's like, can I take that? Right, guys?
Alright, well, Duro and Canyon are in here. They're going to get the Cyclone out as Ona will get the ult in. Doran is following as Gwen's in the mix, and they're looking for the Rumble as well. Magical Journey going to be taken. Ona will get taken down, but it's a double Pop Blossom. Keen is going to go down, and Canyon nowhere to run. Duro, the same situation. It's going to have to really find some magic here.
Run, Bard, run!
Yeah, that is going to be the old flame spitter, and down goes the Bard. Chovy's farming, Ruler's farming, but the rest of the team is dead. Objectives really picked up for Gen.G throughout this entire game, and that is going to continue as here towards the bottom side of the map.
What if we try to kill Doran again?
Well, he's just going to ult the wave. The cannon is going to come through with another melee, and we're going to see whether we can kill him underneath this turret. Another Cyclone does come in. Decoy going to help take him out there as the Tempered Fate will deactivate the turret. And that will allow everyone to get out of here. As T1, yeah, they're going to throw down the Rift Herald, and they're going to look for even more. A sacrifice of just a Rumble for this outer turret is going to feel pretty good, as now Keen dashing after Faker here. The flash does come out, and now Faker's definitely dead. That flash was never saving him ever. And now you got a Rift Herald making her way up towards the top side, wear herself out, and head back to the Void.
This game's a bit of a mess out.
It's weird, man.
It's fun. I'm having a good time.
I mean, it just feels like T1 have done so many things, and then I look at the top of the screen.
I think maybe otherwise he could have barely made it.
All right, here's another little catch. As we can see, Keen was in the mist for a while, but the equalizer is going to come down. That's another kill going over to Gumayusi. He did take a fair bit of damage, but not quite enough, as now Doran in a little bit of trouble, but maybe Ruler is as well, but finally does get that last shot into the Rumble. I know.
Everything gets to me.
It's all too easy.
It's not fun for you.
You just need to get your practice up. You
know, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I do think that maybe look for Cheeky's not going to do it, even with the vision. I think that's fair.
Are we going to go for it as Chovy is backing?
Did they not? I thought they
Who is
spotted.
baiting? Who is? There it is! Canyon comes on over and that is 2 dead. Chovy just knew. I guess Gen.G had all the information. And T1 caught napping as we've got a little bit of a dive here as the equalizer. That is not a dive that you could take. Beautifully played here by Doran, but on the top side, it's a mess. And he's able to get himself out. Does have, of course, the Ghost Blade.
Oh, I want to go back to that. I thought that they spotted them. Like, I actually thought that they spotted him.
Of the game.
Oh, that's a late contest, Atlas.
Oh, they're looking for the angle here as Doran does have his equalizer back off cooldown. This will be difficult for them to lock down as the equalizer does come in. And it will be secured here by Gen.G. Good smite from Canyon, although there was no real contest as far as that front is concerned because the Vi was nowhere in the area.
T1 needs to win this fight. They need to get a top on Ruler or Chovy.
Well, Keen is running away, but I don't know whether he's necessarily the target that they want to be going on. Can be slippery, although it has worked in the past. As now Duro could be in trouble, but he's also not the target they're looking for. The equalizer is weird, to say the least. And T1 now without that big tool. The needlework's coming out there. The Pop Blossom is going to connect on a new shockwave under 4 people!
Oh no!
5, my god, the Cyclone, and they all explode! It is over! As Gen.G, they'll take a celebratory dragon, and oh god, T1, that is not where you want it to be!
That's a mad movie right there, baby!
That's what that was! That was a 5-man shockwave! I was like, surely it's not 5. My brain just refused to believe that that was 5 people that were all standing in perfect position to be blended.
In theory, it makes sense. It's like Gwen doesn't have an escape. Keen has been playing like a psychopath. If we burst him down, we can maybe play the game.
I've been pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, not too bad.
It's Korean summer, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's it's not great. Fake is dead, and Tip is gold. Who did it go to? Canyon.
Wait,
Canyon
the
got that.
flank?
Unless it was Chovy. They were sharing some pictures.
The flank?
Okay, there is a flank. It is real rough.
But it is
We've
beautiful.
got a really nice air conditioner though, so that has been put through its paces.
That is the most important.
Yeah, and so that's definitely good, especially with my wife pregnant at home.
To find some plays even towards Keen. Not being allowed to really play the game is...
There's a flash in. That's going to be another Cosmic Finding. Doran taking some time being CC'd and will get caught by the very edge of that Tempered Fate. I've seen other ones of those miss. As Keen is going to snip him up. It is now going to be Keen versus the bottom lane, but the Pop Blossom going to do nothing against the stasis that he brings out. Precisely what they're going to need.
Well, they can definitely bully them off here. Like, Chovy needs to walk all the way over. They need to hurry up, though.
You say definitely. Keen is on a flank angle as Carrier could be in a little bit of trouble here as Duro going to be cleansing himself. The Deadly Flourish comes down. There's the curtain call as Canyon gets out of the pit. This Baron is so extraordinarily low. It's down to 1,100, and it's going to be secured by Gumayushi. He's in the back of the pit and he just gets sliced up like a ham. And it's going to be Ruler that takes that kill. Now Carrier wanting to keep at least another one of these Barons alive as Canyon comes. Boop. And down goes the Vi that was actually an eco.
Does it again. And pressure them off the Baron. I think they were a little slow. They probably could have gotten a little bit more done.
Chovy went gold, then Doran went gold, and then Doran went dead.
I just don't think it really matters for the game's Faker.
Otacon is one heck of a buff.
It is, what is it? It's 39 petals for Gen.G, and we gotta keep our eye on the...
Yeah, where's the... I can't see the pedal counter. For Worlds as of their last match. They are not looking to slow down at any point in time. They could take a vacation if they felt like it, and they would still be there for the World Championship as they have made playoffs of the LCK already. As Chovy is going to throw out his ultimate, but only onto Ona, and then just runs away, has Phase Rush, and is going to get Pop Blossom. They're going to see whether they can take him down, but he goes golden. The Tempered Fate to make people even more golden, as finally is going to get taken out, but unfortunately the trade, I think, is going to be a little too great. That being said, killing Chovy probably feels great, and that's the best they're going to get because their Nexus is about to explode.
Hey, they got 6 stacks off of the Magi's as well.
Oh, that is a really good point. Faker does manage to almost take down Canyon here. That was very close. As Carrier is likely going to get booped. That is a decent little Captain Jack there from Ruler, but unable to quite kill him. And so Carrier will be able to watch on as his Nexus goes down, but T1 will drop this one. Gen.G.
I don't think your early skirmishes are quite as strong because you have Braum and Lucian, which are crazy good, and then you have the TF, right? So I do think you need to be careful about how you navigate the early game. You can really easily fall behind if you take a couple of bad skirmishes, but he's been matched by Owner, right? Owner was there in bot to counter the gank timing. Owner now forces to flash towards topside.
Yep.
Also has been hovering around mid. We are seeing a bit of a problem developing though, which is that, as you highlight, like TF should always be ahead. Probably shouldn't be 2 kills worth of gold.
Yeah, I don't think you're killing Keen here. Like, the amount of times we saw Keen, okay, he's gone all out though, as now the Destiny coming towards the top side, and yeah, the Sejuani was here, but she can't save him from that.
Kind of guy, I kind of love it.
For T1, and that was a glass half full for T1, and that was sarcasm, because Gen.G are pretty happy with the fact that he picks up a full item.
It's also the one big lead that they had was towards the top side of the map, and that kill on Keen is a big deal.
You know how you were saying it's 2 kills worth of gold?
Yeah, it's almost free. Yeah.
So that's the thing. We don't really need to. We'll circle back and we'll have a bit more of a chat about further down the line.
It's always what do you actually get out of the lead, right? Like,
yep.
But as you highlight, starting to stack your Roa early, I think, is really valuable.
And he belts because he's a machine.
Yep.
It's glorious. Well, Destiny is not exactly kind to Doran here towards the top side of the map, as Keen's going all out, Chovy's going all in, and Doran is real dead. That is a kill going over to the Twisted Fate. We were talking about a kill worth of gold. Well, he has that now, as Flash is going to be invested here by Duro to get himself out of the way of the Emperor's Divide, but he's still moving forward. Ruler lit on fire here as Owner comes on over with a summoner spell that he didn't have at the beginning of the game. Another objective to be able to lock down that portion, as Gen.G 1 kill away from the feats of warfare. And Chovy's getting to work on this turret to the point where we might need to be talking about first turret blood as well. I don't know whether he's going to take it on this push, as that is going to be a Chemtech Dragon. He doesn't want the dying spree. Not a dying spree, as that's a bit of a drive-by. It doesn't quite work here for Canyon, as Chovy does find a blue card. Not sure about that one, as Doran's going to be able to take down the Skarner, and it's a disaster here for Gen.G as T1 even out the kills and well and truly strike back.
We're able to push in bot. Bullying Keen up the turret is Chovy.
Yeah, this is a big deal if they can lock down this kill, and they got 3 people here. He wants to deal with the minions that are in position as he flashes away from his turret, and that is going to mean that he's dead. Cute little gold card towards the end there, but not going to be able to get too much. Rift Herald, it looks like Gen.G might be the ones to claim that one, as Ruler parked in mid is going to put on that extra pressure.
Are they actually going to get it off that? That's crazy.
Kind of ridiculous.
I think T1 is still going to look for the contest, and look, Faker making his way over.
Yeah, let's see whether the Pigeon can find the angle, as the Glacial Prison doesn't quite get there, as now Chovy gets the gold card onto Faker. And now for the rest of the fight, Canyon going down extraordinarily low. There's the jungler out of it. Emperor's Divide, not really finding it, but it pushes them out of the pit as Keen. He's gone all out, but he is, in fact, all out. Double knock up there from Carrier as well. Looking fantastic. Ruler frontlining doesn't want to, as he flashes to get out of the way, and that is Faker on the board with a kill onto Duro that he was looking for before. And Chovy not going to get hit by that grand entrance, but I still think he's in a bit of trouble here, as Ruler wanting to try and catch them off guard, as another gold card is locked in. Wildcard's actually hitting all of them there, as somehow it's Faker that managed to just take down Ruler. Chovy will survive, and T1 limp away.
But T1 gonna be happy with that one. Herald found, fight won, mid lane turret sieged. Possible setup towards the Drake as well. Now the gold lead firmly in their favor.
And a 4-0-2 Xayah as well. Quick Blades now completed.
And if Gen.G can't actually blow up a member individually or poke away, we do see their comp struggle a little bit as Ruler and Chovy try to clutch this fight out, but the flash forward from Guma, not afraid, finds the kill. That's now another Drake going over to T1, and I think thus far we are looking good.
Yeah.
Although Doran might be caught.
This is a really awkward position here as Canyon walks over the wall. They get the information here with the Destiny, as there is the Glacial Fissure, and the Emperor's Divide by Faker is glorious as they lock down Chovy. They'll also take the Skarner as well, as Gumayushi in a little bit of trouble here as Keen manages to get one back, but it's only on to Doran. And T1 are now chasing down the remaining stragglers of Gen.G, and they do it so well with this composition.
And Gen.G is tenacious, but T1 is getting the better end of them anyway. Faker having big impact on this Azir.
They get control vision in the area. The Otacon
This is just gone.
Just going down, and Gen.G no real right to head over there. The vision is paramount, and they have none of it. And so Gen.G just going to settle with an outer turret in mid.
Kuma and carry out the Zion. Rakan.
Chovy has found a lane, but look at this. The poke onto Ruler is just kind of gigantic, and the rest of T1 just continuing to push forward. They'll take down this inner turret very comfortably with 4 members. And Canyon just not quite here in time.
He is slow playing this. Do have Doran probably looking for a base and immediately TPing back. There's a good amount of flank angles behind them.
Yep, there is a Mega Cone here as well for Chovy if you'd like to utilize it.
Oh, Doran.
Yep, there is the teleport in as Doran diving on top of Keen here as Chovy holding onto this gold card for such a long time. Carrier comes on over, and there is the all out. It is going to be the secure on the Dragon with that unsealed spellbook from Duro as Canyon's just going to drive his way out as best he can. Down goes Doran as Gen.G, they slow down Carrier as well, and I don't think he's long for this world as the Ardent Blaze will be able to tag him, so he's not going to be executing himself just yet. And so Gen.G able to deny the soul and will also find themselves, could you call it a fight? I guess you could call it a fight.
Don't remind me, bro. I don't want to, that's like a whole nother conversation. I don't. He's in the LEC now, you know, which is nice.
He's thriving, you know. It's
well, let's not talk about all-reliable, okay? It's too much. But he did teach us that Grump is important as Gen.G startup Nash.
Yeah, this is what they learned from T1.
Just Nash.
They just start up the Baron. If you notice, Chovy finding an angle, or did T1 find a Chovy? Chovy kind of knew that this was what was happening. He doesn't have an arm guard, so he's just dead. And now the quickness goes all over the rest of Gen.G. Can they find it? No, they cannot. The Emperor's Divide throws them into the mix. And now, Ona trying to dash his way out. Ruler is doing a decent job, but Gumayusi just getting on in there. My God, he slaughters them. It's a triple kill for the Zyre, and T1 say, well, I guess we'll take a Baron.
Maybe if you have Flash and Zhonya's Chovy. Oh, Kane's gonna die, isn't he? I've seen these before. Jonas Strong, I know what's coming.
Hey, no, but he got the Raptor.
That play was bad. I think the fact that they started up Nash kind of shows that Gen.G also knows that they're a little cooked.
Area getting that sick cleanse.
Yeah, this game is looking mighty over, and I love that, Atlas. Yeah. That's good, because that means
the series ain't over.
Which I love. There we have gotten max games for Gen.G T1 in what, the last...
How many has it been? Because it was the 2 at MSI.
So it was both at MSI. They didn't face in road to MSI. I think Round Robin 2 was a 2-0. I think Round Robin 1 was incredible, but Round Robin 2, I remember being a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, it wasn't super hard.
Not this one, Atlas.
Not this time around, as we move into our first ever Round 3. They qualified for Worlds, so what are they playing for, Chronicler? To keep the streak alive.
Yeah, but they've been in interviews and they're like, yeah, we don't really care, we just want to play well.
Yeah, no.
Which I tend to believe.
I mean, these are competitors.
Yeah. Multi-man ult from Canyon, otherwise we go in the game free.
Oh, there's the Destiny to come in there as they found Canyon on the flank. He only gets Ona with the ulti, as now Gumayusi is in a little bit of trouble, but he's got the Featherstorm, he's buying so much time, and the Emperor's Divide to get him out of there as well. Ruler is the one that's down so low as they trade 80 carries, as now Keen dives in, but he cannot pick anyone up, and it's Doran finding his revenge. He'll also get cleansed, everything is fine, and now Chovy and Duro versus the world as the teleport to get Chovy out of there will be interrupted by Ona. As Doran says, yeah, we are going to a game 3 and I'm going to take us there by destroying these Nexus turrets. And he's getting some revenge after being bullied earlier on. These health bars aren't going down as fast as they really wanted to as Chovy flashes out of the grand entrance. And we're just going to zoom in here on Doran booping down this Nexus with his hammer. Gets the gun out there as well just to show that it can transform. That was real cute. There's a demonstration of that 50 gold that I was talking about. Brilliant year. Brilliant year. In fact, they went undefeated, I'm pretty sure, in spring. Like, that was the last time any team, that was the first time any team went undefeated in a split.
Yeah.
As well in tribute. That's all right. Gumayusi does grab a white gun. This carrier throws another death sentence a little bit wayward. It just does the rage ignite. But Ona is there. This is setting up for a bit of a dive as they will
Faker's here.
Yeah, Faker in amongst it. Teleport is going to come down from Keen, but I believe that one was interrupted. Another one. As never mind, not actually going to come on through there, and they do manage to get that first kill. Faker locking down first blood as Ona is able to flash away as well. And even Doran will survive as the Dominus did come on through there as Canyon takes about 15 years, but he will be able to take down this dragon. And they do, you know, stick around in lanes. There's going to be a wave missed in mid, but a double kill in the top lane and this whole wave dying. A great start for T1. He is a PvE player at this point in time, as Doran and Keen just partying here towards the bottom side. Some grubs being taken, a hook going to go wide. And Gumayusi does have red-white. That is a scary opportunity here, as Slice out here from Keen. Doran without very much mana, and will get ruthlessly predated.
Oh, okay, yeah, with white guns, definitely going to be able to.
Yeah, gets that crescendo over, and Gumayusi with a bunch of extra money, and he'll deny the cannon as well.
Oh god, he's going to be up like what? Like 1.5, 1.4?
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah.
Feels pretty good. Keen also extending his advantage, as Duro will be able to get... No, he doesn't even need vision because they can see Faker on that ward. But nothing they can do about it. Control ward goes over just to make sure. So that is going to be the Dragon secured here for T1. It's going to be an infernal soul here for Game 3.
They have done an exceptional job of something we've criticized a lot of Team for, specifically with the Cephalios, especially with these white guns. So one of the things we always talk about with Ziggs, one of the things that infuriates Orcs.
I mean, it's the Caitlyn and Jinx thing as well, and they've done this with Guma so many times on these picks.
And it's why we see the gold lead actually starting to really balloon. They're very happy to just siege away.
Well, here's a Dominus here for Keen, as he looks to try and defend, but he's sort of just standing around. Wants to be able to dodge some of the CC. The Flay does come back, though. So you can't dodge all of it, even if the hook does go wide. Still, Canyon is going to be able to eat this turret.
Yeah, and
I remember, because you said juke, and that made me sad. He's already a juke, okay? That's all right. Carrier with the flash play. Ona looking to go on in as well, but the Arcane Storm wants to take down the tick. One more tick will do it, but it's not going to connect. As now the cask will deliver Canyon to his death potential. He did have to subjugate there. And oh my god, Ona survives the headbutt to get Gumayusi out of here, but he is an absolute demolition machine. And Gen.G, they might be staring down the barrel of their first loss of the season.
Keen trying to look for a counter pick. The hook hits him.
He does manage to at least get carry. He's flashing in, looking for even more. The turret's helping him out at the same time. But Ona is also going to be able to get a cute little charge, and that will help take down the Croc. This guy's Zen. It is built different, ladies and gentlemen. And that whole time, Gumayusi was just slaughtering them. 3-0-3 now on the Aphelios.
Now, and I think this Drake, Gen.G are going to contest. I don't know if they already can.
There's the Hex Flash hook onto Duro. Not too much more to happen after that, but there's a glorious cask onto Chovy. Does get the gravity field down, as now Duro does get a pulverize, but Faker is making his way in, and Ona just finding it. Ruler goes down yet again. The entire bottom lane has been removed, and Faker will just take a bit of a journey underneath the turret. Might have been a bridge a little too far, as Carrier looks for another cute little play. Needs a few extra links in that chain, though, if he wants to get that one. As Ona going in one more time. It's the most balanced Trundle has looked all week, as the hook this time is going to connect. It lands onto Chovy. Guma's going to grab that kill, and Carrier, I mean, I don't know how it worked, but it absolutely worked. He had some of the most crazy hooks ever, but he lands them when he needs to, and the inner is going to then go down. T1, they are so far ahead. This is all just about knocking down these turrets and securing the first victory against Gen.G for any team since the LCK season started.
Since February, Atlas, we are freezing. There was winter. Items on the Aphelios. And Gen.G, in theory, this comp, there are parts of it that scale well, but Rula's going to be behind on Souls, not going to be able to really farm them up. I have watched Gen.G. I think this was the first best of 5 between them at MSI. Crawl back from a big deficit. It was a very different drop. It was a very different setup. This T1 comp, just it scales well. Like the 5v5s will remain good.
This is just a T1 that are well and truly powered up. We're talking about like item spikes that are just perfect for this stage of the game as well with this composition. As a hook is just going to sail on by. That's where you're going to come on through there as well, as Chovy will be able to at least sidestep the cask. But Ona is looking to make his way in. Another hook is going to be fantastic here, as Chovy's already got that flash on cooldown. In comes the Moonlight Vigil, and down goes Gen.G. There's at least a couple of kills back here, as they do manage to trade with the help of the turret, but T1 is so far ahead, they don't really mind that Doran and Carrier go down. The damage is still here.
There's still a walking turret in the form of Guma. Ruler doesn't get to play the game.
He's an upgraded turret.
Yeah, because he also kills other turrets in a matter of seconds.
Well, red-white don't fight. Well, that is not what T1 are thinking. They've got a green gun now, so the extra range here for Gumayusi.
Are we like looking at like a deep flank, or did they let this one go and he
Well,
needs to steal
actually,
the
there are
next one?
3 rounds for this
I mean,
particular end of the year. As Ruler is just going to get engaged on, does have to flash, and there's another cast. This time, no avoiding that, and that is Faker grabbing a bunch of extra gold. Well, like Gen.G's composition looked good.
It is.
But the way that T1 have played this, the way they moved Gumayusi around the map and turned him into this slaughter machine has been just beautiful. He'll take the Lantern Ride to get himself out of there. We also just haven't seen that much success for Thresh.
He is dead.
So is this Dragon.
He'll run. He'll make him work for it, but...
Yeah. Well, Alcove Gaming there, as he does. Doran just going to boot himself away to try and avoid that.
Not again,
I've
not again,
seen
not
this
again.
play before.
Oh, it's the fake out. And Faker then
The
comes
Faker
in for
out.
Just a beautiful snowballing from T1, right? And it really comes down to that one dive in top.
Oh dear. Ruler is just dead. Cut the video, cut the video, cut the video, cut the video. Didn't need to watch it. It's a little bit worrying here, as at least Keen does have a Dominus. Faker is going to take a Lantern Ride to get out scot-free from that one. And Chovy comes on over, but he comes on over a whole lot later than he needed to. And Arcane Storm is down underneath this turret. He does go golden, as that is a dead Gragas. Maybe, no. They are, in fact, too far ahead, ladies and gentlemen.
The wallets, Atlas!
Yeah, that was the piano-sized wallet right on the noggin of Chovy. And T1 will be able to push these super minions in for the first time in a deciding game of a series this season. Gen.G are looking to go down.
Shouldn't have happened.
Well, T1 are just going to deny this. Is Keen? Okay.
Atlas, this whole situation,
Yes.
it just reminds me of when you were like, Mao, I'm fine, and then you were not fine. That's what I'm looking at right now!
It's the jet lag scenario, yes. Well, the Victor is just going to get taken down as T1 just catch 2 teleports that come in delivering members of Gen.G to their doom.
They're doing it, Atlas!
They are definitely doing it. They're just going to wander down. Baron is unnecessary as Ruler is going to be discovered by Ona once again. This time the snare comes in, but now he's just going to hunt him down to the ends of the earth, and that is maybe going to infinity in this game because T1 will end it and end Gen.G's streak. 27 is all they will get as T1 in their home ground will be able to take down Gen.G for the first time this season. And she has been a pretty good pick into Sion that we've seen develop over the last little while. So an understandable choice there. But of course, Morgan, very happy to just be a bit of a potato like that.
Yeah, I'm good in the monks, but I definitely do want more of that tea.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's good stuff.
It would be great now. Imagine us.
I know, we could actually brew and brew with brewing some tea.
Oh,
as
okay.
Croco almost did the thing.
almost action there.
Yeah.
Pre 10 minutes
Well,
in my bro versus DRX.
Not happening. 2 teleports did get used. Wait.
That movie actually kind of blew me. It was way better than I thought it was going to
Oh, dude, Transformers 1 is that's the good. They should stop there.
Action?
Yeah, we've got an exhaust down. Cyclone to answer it though, and there's a decoy. It's not exactly the target you want to engage onto. Croco does have the Crescent Guard though, as Yahoo's just going to get inside the circle and see whether he can get something done. And the answer is he absolutely can before he dies. Closer now looking for some angles here as Tibbers is going ballistic. He picks up a double kill, and this is why you do not underestimate the big burning bear.
Croco flash, and then don't try to overchase, as we have another fight on our hands.
Yep, another bear is ready to come out as well. We're making it rain in the river, which is a little bit unnecessary. It's already pretty wet. All right, flash comes in from Closer, throws down the bear, gets a brilliant incinerate to make sure that Yahoo is dead before he can really do anything. Teddy now in trouble as the rockets are raining. And Hype is looking to chase them down. The decoy not going to be doing any of much as Teddy is going to spend his first little stint in the death chamber here after his trip back to the LCK after 90 days. And now some more grubs likely to go over to the bros if they do want to take them, because they've already gotten 2. That is guaranteed objective from that one.
Because it's hard. Because you're following up after one of the greatest.
I mean, Leslie Nelson is probably one of the funniest human beings to ever exist.
I'm with you.
I don't even think, like, I'm not even a huge Naked Gun fan. It's Wrongfully Accused. If you haven't seen Wrongfully Accused, just go and watch it. It is the dumbest film to ever exist, and I almost hurt myself. Kelly will belong to the bros. There's nothing that DRX can do about it.
I kind of want to see replay. How did Sponge get so desynced from the rest of his team? I feel like the Chase lost it forever. It feels like the rest of his team, just either he was too far forward or the rest of his team should have been there to back him up earlier. Because you know that Herald is going to be the main objective on the minds of the bros.
All right, Croco just will be taking that one down. That was enough. Keep his verdict. A very big tool, actually, for DRX in this composition.
Too many dragons.
Thing that I'm loving is that they're keeping up the pressure, as maybe this is a bridge too far. Steadfast Presence is going to be able to pull Croco away. He does have to flash, but now Morgan makes his way in. And he is a bit of a monster. Rich is dashing around, but not able to find too much of an angle. And careful. And there's the flash in. They look for the angle onto Rich. He does flash himself away, as Yahoo going to be able to buy some space between worlds. DRX, though, still not quite able to get themselves in there. Steadfast Presence is good. Bullet time even better to soften up the cow. And once again, Tibbers is going to donate 50 gold, this time over to Rich. In goes Undo. Can he find it? Yes, he just gets headbutted out, though, as Polu will get slammed into the wall. And Bro just kind of playing with their food for so long that the food bit back.
He was there to actually commit, but kind of kept going for these half engages. And DRX shrug off a lot of that damage this game. We know this is a free gamer, though, right? So every game this year between these two teams, I think, has been free. As Rich doesn't
chasing Morgan.
Well, once he has Cleaver, I think he actually does kind of cook him. He still does a good amount of damage, but actually killing him, I think, is still something else entirely.
Yeah, I don't quite remember.
Maybe.
I do remember Duro doing that, but I thought that was more just a Duro thing.
Oh no, I think it was just a Duro thing, but I know it's also a meme. As Drake gets taken, and we go 2-2.
Yeah. So it's evening out the dragons. We're making sure that we get as many Chemtechs as we possibly can have.
Maybe they can get... I think you back off if Rich TPs, because obviously Morgan can join with his ult, but now they've stalled for so long. I think they can just take this.
Well, the teleport is going to come in, but it feels a little bit late here. Croco in perfect position to rotate over from Sponge, but they're holding on to him. They do want to be able to burst this one down, and Croco is almost dead. The public execution comes down, but it misses, and the Cyclone comes in. The knockups are good, but that one's even better as the bullet time does help secure the kill onto the jungler, and there is the steal. DRX! They managed to deny the bros, and the bros just wanting to get themselves out of here. Polu decides instead, though, that he wants to go back in. And perhaps to get themselves out of there was a better choice, as down goes the Annie as well. Morgan and Hype just wondering what the heck just happened, because it all went wrong.
Oh, DRX, this one might work. Bro.
Bro, are we even going to, like, walk over there? We don't have any way to check this.
No, it's definitely gone now.
It's just gone, yeah. Down to 5,000. The Dragon has spawned. Polu, I think, has an idea of what's going on here, but he just can't face check. And so the Baron's just going to get secured here by DRX under the nose of the bros. And, yeah.
I don't care. It's fine. Just give Nash.
This is so weird, though, isn't it? Because, like,
they did
at
just
this
beat
point,
DK. That did happen.
Yeah,
Watch that happen.
And also, this team is like mostly old sandbox, right? It's not even really bro anymore, but it's still the same bro. It's still, we can do things in the early game to create a lead. He's almost the objective right choice. I always like Chaox as well. That's right. Yeah, who does manage to take down this turret? We are extending this Rebel Baron power play really, really far.
We really are hitting a variety of topics as well. So I think this bot lane turret might have to give it up, bro. We'll see if they really want to play for a heavy contest. With this super, or empowered rather, double cannon, I don't know if they can really do that much.
Well, they do have 5 members in the area. The Ambassador's rotating around as well. The bear goes down. They're going to look for Andel, who goes down very low. It's a late Steadfast Presence. But now, between worlds, a massive knockup, though, as Morgan finds the angle, but the Cyclone is just too good. And yes, Morgan might be surviving, but unfortunately, he's lost his Annie, and his Corky's a little too low, so he's just going to get cut down where he stands. Oh no, bros. That was the back-breaking fight, and TRX utilize their Baron sneak. It turns into a 6,000 Rebel Baron power play, and the game might just be over right here.
Might just look for the end. It's been a Sponge and Rich duology in these fights. The two of them just finding the backline again and again, and even though Teddy gets his ult interrupted, I don't think it really matters, as Rich dancing around deathless on this Mbessa.
Yeah, having a great time. And we know, like, Rich actually had some pretty good performances as Pulverize going to hit a couple in the backline there as Yahoo does die. And in fact, a couple of people die to Hype, who does a fair bit of damage, but it does not matter. This Nexus is still going to go down if Teddy has anything to say about it. And he does. He says, bring it, bros. We'll take you in game one, and we'll see whether the bros can do it again here in this game. They have plenty of other ways to get in there. Of course, Croco just presses R, throws his whole body in. He didn't need an R button to do that. We watched him do it all game long in the previous one. Still has a massive amount of confidence on it. But Sponge is also very happy to be the Troll King. As Andil doesn't get stunned up because that Mystic Shot misses.
Oh my god, they're just gonna die.
The angle. Yeah, Hype just gonna have to flash. But now Sponge, he can just flash in and chomp him. Oh no, oh no, oh no. The Troll was under the bridge! And he's just, as I said, he didn't even need to flash in, he just jumped him! And that was it! Now Polu just has to watch as he also gets chomped! And no one even dies. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous dive, and Rich also survives on the top side. That's a good point.
But when he's playing from ahead, I think he is a little dangerous. We'll see though. Closer and Kruk will have a lot of playmaking potential, and he is trying to sneak in here. Oh, just on the edge of vision.
Yeah, not quite able to sneak into that brush.
He doesn't have, yeah, he has to, because he doesn't have flash or 6, so.
And they'll clear out some vision, make sure that these grubs are going to be as safe as possible. Yahoo with control of mid lane, and there is no contesting this. So DRX have so far just controlled everything on the map.
And when you're behind with your Vi composition, it just kind of falls flat, right? You need to be able to actually find a target, go in ham is, oh, good charm.
Yeah, decent charm, but the Empress Divide is still going to connect. This time at least the Foxfire, and the Spirit Rush is going to be able to get him out of the way of Andil.
But that's still a win for DRX. DRX are looking at this going, okay, Ari no ult means there's no window. Look at the vision control as well. And that's for Teddy, as well as Rich sitting on a, yeah, they can contest this. I think they made the right call, but you are Vi and Ari.
Yeah.
And you're not contesting Drakes. You're down 2.
And that is going to be feats of strength, as it might be tough for the Lord, who I think knows that things are getting a little bit rough as they do move their way in. Flash still available, but he decides he wants to use that next time because he was looking pretty dead. And it's just going DRX to DRX. That is going to be feats of strength. Some upgraded shoes now available here, which is some pretty crazy territory.
We're gonna get a Herald fight. If Bro lose this fight, I think it's done. They need to find good target selection.
Well, Croco, he's just going in. He flashes out of the way of the Solar Flare and finds Yahoo. Closer is there as well. They managed to land the chomp. The True Shot Barrage is going to be able to take down the Azir. And now Morgan is going to end DRX's world as he takes down Andil. There goes Rich as well. Thank you for the Bro Tax chat. You guys did this. This is you.
As the target selection of Croco and Closer find Yahoo. That man did not get to play the video game. And the turnaround that we all knew deep down was coming. As the Herald is taken, the mid lane turret falls, and Bro is back on top. And then an entire ult from Teddy goes into Polu.
Oh, okay. We are back in the action once again. Empress Divide is on to 2, but it is Andil that's going down, and Polu just walks it off! Closer's gonna turn up, and DRX, what happened? As Teddy is actually kind of popping off right now, but the Relentless Pursuit to try and escape is coming on through here. There is the culling. That'll take down the Braum.
Closer does have his ult.
Here's that dragon that we were going to fight over before. Croco's going to go in. They are just looking to execute the Trundle, and they do exactly that. Andil, he's got the Eclipse running, but where's the follow-up? Where's the answer? It's a double for Hype, as Yahoo's now just going to get stunned up by the Braum passive. Teddy gets ceased and desisted. Oh, Assault and Battery is so much better for doing that, but the leads
Our bait
are killers. Never have a lead early, and everything will be fine. And you know what?
I actually did read all of them, yeah.
Is that worse, or is me reading them twice on purpose bad? As Sponge is going to get taken down very low again, but this time the Subjugate's going to be working out. True Shot Barrage wasn't enough. Oh, the door is there to answer the Lucian. As Closer was dashing over, but doesn't quite find a target.
That's getting taken a little low, but Looks like DRX doesn't want to commit with their front line so rich.
Okay.
Well, I guess he had flash, but no longer.
How do we feel about this?
Well, we saw what it did for Bro in the last game, so I'm waiting with great interest.
Well, we are true-shotting and barraging. Rich
There's
taking a bit of damage, but it's Morgan in a bit of trouble. Does find some knockups, though. And remember, has a lot of healing. He goes golden, but now Closer is going to show up. The equalizer does nothing. Teddy trying to get out of the way of Polo, but he should be able to get this one done. It's a double as Teddy makes his presence known. Nice charm will connect, but Andal back underneath that Sun Disc.
I might just have to give this.
I mean, there's no ults apart from the solar flare that's coming up pretty soon, but it's just gone. So the Bros, some highway robbery here as the Otacon is going to be secured. And that's a Magi's. Wow, Closer.
Magi's, Banshees allows you to play more aggressive.
Right, and that lets you hold onto the stacks more effectively.
Well, that, but also you can play more aggressively into the opponents because you can tank a skill.
True.
So like you can ult in more aggressively because you're fine.
Well, we'll see whether that is going to remain the case. So far, 3-0-6 having a very good time as Yahoo may discontinue having a good time.
We're playing two sides of the map here. This is risky from Bro.
They are.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They're on a dragon right now. That is going to go down, but can they all get themselves out?
That was a little dicey.
Why did we did not need to press the Q button. Individual Mountain Drakes also feel pretty good with this composition that doesn't really have a true tank. All right, in goes the Vi, doesn't quite find the Vault Breaker and will just get that back massage and put into the Death Chamber with the Equalizer. Very well played here by DRX to lock down the jungler, but just a little bit of a step too far there by Croco. Yeah, Teddy against the world. It's just Jin Air all over again. Why is it always just, it all comes back to Jin Air?
Good question. I don't know.
Kind of crazy. Possibly in trouble, but the Pillar not really doing too much. True Shot Barrage just to spin the wave as best they can. That's an Arcane Shift. As in comes Closer. He's spotted on Vision, but what? Andal is just dead. He's just too far up. Just a mistake. Here from the support out of DRX, and you've said it already, he's the only one that can hold people in position.
Oh, look at the setup here. Multi-man, Croco looking.
Croco on the angle, finds their way in. There is the flash forward from Closer, but Teddy is alive, and then he's taken out. Rich also is going to be able to go golden, but that's a see your death type go golden. And now Yahoo finds himself running the wrong direction. They save the Azir till last. And Sponge is running for the hills. This is a Baron if the Bros want it.
I think another example of DRX not all being on the same page.
Yeah.
Because Ondale, something we did see though the problem for Teddy, as okay guys, this game is game is done.
It's not looking too good. That's a nice solar flare though. Polo comes on over just to see what's going on.
Yeah, but the game is done.
Let's see what can happen. Teleport to come in from Morgan.
Croco's here.
Angle. True Shot Barrage to layer on through. It is going to be Rich that locks down the Baron for DRX. Teddy has been dove on though. He does manage to take down Croco, but Morgan's there to end his world. Yahoo now trying to get out of the way, and the Emperor's Divide doesn't really do anything. Unfortunately, if you divide by 0, you're just going to find yourself in the Death Chamber, and there is the win for the... Although, I guess Croco died, and Closer lost a whole bunch of stats.
No, wait. This is a huge trade up. They got Soul Point and Nash.
Okay, yeah, and it looked like we were just looking at the bit of the fight the Bro won, and I'm like, oh, it's all great, but it's not. Okay.
The DRX macro? Their siege is good. They can set up. Need to actually get to the turret, though.
And a team fight when it works looks pretty good for DRX as well. Let's see whether some more of these picks can actually come. Oh my god, Rich taking so much damage. Closer having to use the ult just to avoid the culling, but once again, Andal is in no man's land. Emperor's Divide just to buy some space, and it might have actually done so as Teddy down so low, still trying to kite, still trying to do damage as Croco. He can't get there, my god! Teddy, you monster, but he's left the rest of his team! And they are going to fall down. Rich with the teleport in, and then the run away. And wait, was this another DRX straight up? I don't really know.
Where the Rich... did he base?
Maybe one day.
Well, they you know, theoretically it's possible.
Well, probably going to show him the door.
They got mid.
Pretty good about that. Teleport in.
Wait, Morgan.
It's the pincer attack. There's the flash in right on top of Yahoo, but it's It's the Lucian they have to take down, and they absolutely do that. The Emperor's Divide onto 3, but what is that going to do? The answer is nothing at all, as Hype hits 2 with the ulti on the back end. Sponge gets eliminated. Is that a clean ace? Is that a clean ace for the Bros? It absolutely is, as Andil, for the first time this series, goes down last. And the Bros will move on to Game 3.
Not even close, baby! As Lord Morgan, with the Texas in his hand, heavy with gold, finds the flank. Croco gets on top of Teddy. Teddy did not get to play the game. By the way, as we highlighted, that Vi-Ahri combo ends up being the difference maker.
That was ridiculous.
Tarzan showed us that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, I think Neferi's kind of rough. I'm sure there's stuff that we can think of if you just sit there and aren't casting. One or two obvious 80 junglers that maybe we're not, like Talon, it's smoothies.
Yeah.
And I got a really nice smoothie. And up until that point, I only got like the bowls, you know, like an acai bowl with just a lot of fruit.
Yeah, those
stuff. I'm holding off a little bit to see if we get action. I don't think we'll get action. I think we're very much brewing, and it looks like we're solid.
Yeah, Teddy actually didn't get the memo that we're not doing this.
No, he does. He does. It's fine.
No, he just sat there for a while longer than necessarily needed to.
Yeah, not at all. Apollo to be bot.
Yep. So how much went all over your front?
So I actually, thanks to my cat. Oh,
never mind. Bit of a dive here towards bottom side, and that is just a dead Sante.
It's Rich. Hands up in frustration.
And I don't know. Yeah, it's.
So that's how I felt, actually, right there. Because my entire face and my shoes, I actually didn't get on my shirt, were covered in smoothie.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a mess.
It was the perfect time to get to the end of the story. That's kind of fun.
I kind of like that.
Let's see how it's going to work here for Croco, as in goes Sponge. Magnus Storm to try and turn this, though, as Petrifying Gaze doesn't quite get the stuns, and down goes Polu. The spears are sort of flying all wayward, and Closer is just dead. DRX, they answer back beautifully here, but don't quite know what the plan was there by the Bros.
Playing onto Sponge here.
Maybe they thought they'd find a Killer Instinct angle to get Hype in there.
You can't do that.
Well, if in doubt, kill Rich seems to be the plan here, as there is the Croco and Morgan show that we were asking for, and that's a 1.5k gold lead.
It looks like Croco is actually going the...
You have the Miasma. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine, but I don't think it warrants the champions. They're going to contest!
Oh, let's see whether they can actually find the angle, as the spear is just avoided here by DRX. Teleport back in from Closer, though, as he's looking for the angle. Croco needs to land some of these, but he's not really hitting them, and there goes the Drake. Void Seeker going to connect onto Rich, and it's going to be a Hextech Soul this game as well. The Rift Herald is just going to be secured here by DRX. Bros still retain a 2,000 gold lead off the back end of this. It's kind of crazy that they're able to get that far ahead. Of course, most of it is on the Crocodile. About it a lot.
You do love talking about Morgan.
I just tend to talk.
Wait.
And actually mainly about Morgan.
I was about to say. All goes back to 2021, Atlas. Yeah.
But it's going to be a little while. Isn't going to go for Infinity Edge second or anything like that. You can kind of do that and get away with it, but who wants some attack speed in the build?
Especially in this game.
Oh, yeah.
So how many people in chat do you think are making the Cassiopeia no boots joke?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's check. Very scary on this Crocodile, as we know, but it looks like Bro might be giving this up. Let's see how this one's going to go. The teleport comes in, and Morgan with the rest of his team, and he's just walking forward. He's like, guys, I am huge, and I will be able to take these guys down. Sponge gets out of the pit. Croco gets in. There's the Magnus Storm, and they've caught 2 out of position. Down goes the Rise. Yeah, who didn't get the memo that they were backing away, and they secure the Dragon. The Bros are looking to try and do it again. That's Feats of Warfare as well, locked down, and they get the second Drake for themselves.
Might not just be that. They might be looking for Otacon as well.
Is this a bridge too far? The answer is probably not, because there's no Rise for another 20 seconds.
There's no Teddy. He's walking way over from mid lane. I don't think they have to damage.
Yeah, he doesn't have On the Hunt available.
Right, Sponge.
As there's a little knockback onto Morgan. They're going to look for the turn angle. Cataclysm onto Closer, who's standing his ground. Teddy gets stunned up, but he's doing a pretty good job standing his ground. There's the dash around from the Cassante, but he just doesn't have any money. Oh god, Sponge! Highway robbery as Polu comes on over, but he's not able to stop him. Teddy will go down as the slices and dices come in, but Otacon is such a big prize, and Yahoo! He's going to turn back up the triple knock-up from Sponge. They take down the Kaiser, and it's DRX that are able to get it done. Morgan will go down, and I have a feeling that that emote is going to be necessary. The shaky hands for the Renekton out of frustration here for the Bros, unless they can get some sort of psycho turn. I don't know about that one. As out goes Croco.
Basically, it's even, is what we're saying. Polu died.
Polu did. Just
very straightforward.
Was caught in a place on the map that he wasn't allowed to be.
Just trying to clear vision as Morgan might have to take matters into his own hands. Can he get the plasma stack for Hype?
Now he's going to try, as Rich goes all out, and then he's all out of options, unfortunately. And Hype comes on over, and that is going to be another one picked up. He now has his Infinity Edge done, so ignore that -1 because it was Morgan, so it doesn't count. He didn't need that money.
Atlas, are you familiar with the term biased cost?
Yes.
Yes.
This is happening, but can they actually do anything about it? That's
I think they're too late.
Yeah. Probably going to get held out of the pit here as Andor just buying space, and the spear is not going to land. DRX Highway Robbery. They'll be able to steal away the purple buff.
Point, but soul point for Nash, that's not working. It was soul, no-brainer. Now they got to hold on tight and pray that they get the opportunity to get themselves to the Hextech Soul somehow.
It's going to be the big one. Sponge and Yahoo getting to work on this inner turret. That is going to extend the gold lead here for DRX.
Bro can actually just sit and not do anything for the next, like, 8.5 minutes. They can, right? Because they're sitting at soul point. DRX is nowhere near. The real issue, again, is what do you actually skill towards? And it really is just Cassio and Hype.
It's a bit cute. On the Hunt does come down. That's a good charm on a closer, but they don't really get any real damage. On the Hunt now on cooldown.
Again, bottom 2 are out. DNF, they're not technically locked yet, but they are in, obviously, a very deep hole right now.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be one of these 2 teams in 9th place.
Yeah.
It's them or BNK, most likely. So getting a direct win over your opponents is a really big deal. And for Breon, really, a lot of their wins, funnily enough, came against teams on...
The Dragon has now spawned. Oh, goodness. Are we flipping for Hextech Soul?
Oh, yeah, Bro want to, for sure.
Well, they're going to start this one up. Oh, my goodness. It's taking so much damage. Morgan is just going to be Hexgating over. Rich will follow him. The quickness gets into the backline, but where is the follow-up as Morgan flashes over? And Rich uses it as a way to taxi his way forward. They take down the Jarvan. The Killer Instinct. Oh, no. He didn't really want to do that, but fortunately, they did have a Crocodile, but it may not be enough. Closer is still alive. Yahoo is so big, and in goes Croco. Andal, I just don't think he'll have any sort of assistance here, and Yahoo has to do it alone. He has to be the hero, but he's on the miasma, and he's taken by Croco, and they have the Hextech Soul. I didn't even see the dragon go down. This is absolute cinema, and I love it. Mayhem, Atlas. You know, and they just didn't kill
Croco,
the Resto Shaman.
He was wobbing and weaving. He was getting that line of sight.
And in the meantime, Sponge is just dead. Okay, welcome back to live, ladies and gentlemen. The jungler is now down, and the Bros... Oh, there must have been an influx. It must have been you guys yet again. The purple in the chat has now transferred into the game, and is now a buff surrounding the Bros as they march towards DRX.
Pay to win in my LCK.
Oh, absolutely, and we love to see it. Capitalism, baby. As all right. The Bros now just diving. They know they can see it, and they've got Hextech Soul. Man, it is so disgusting. Down goes everything. Hype is collecting a triple kill, and Teddy turns up just like Donald Glover with the pizza. It's a quadra under the inhibitor turret. Inhibitor to follow here, and the Bros, they are done with this. They want to go home. It's about 11 p.m. And yeah, out of the death chamber and straight back in there once again. Could have potentially been a pentakill there for Hype, but instead it's Croco that locks it down, and the Pros do it again. Back-to-back reverse sweeps here in their first week of this round. They're looking good.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.